What is up, everybody? Today we're going to be discussing the Golden State Warriors and their reported trade interest in Victor Oladipo of the Houston Rockets. First off, subscribe to the channel. It'd help me out a ton. Trying to hit 200 now, and that'd be pretty cool. Like the video, all that YouTube stuff, and comment down below. It helps the algorithm out. So yeah, let's talk about Victor Oladipo and the Golden State Warriors. So the Golden State Warriors currently sit at ninth in the Western Conference, which is pretty good, honestly, considering the conference is just absolutely loaded. Klay Thompson's out the entire season. Kelly Oubre Jr. was building houses at the start of the season with all the bricks he was throwing up. They sit at ninth in the loaded Western Conference, which I feel like is a pretty good achievement. So this season is not a total loss yet for them, and I say that yet, okay? They have the Minnesota Timberwolves pick, which will likely end up being fairly high unless I believe it has top 3 protection on it. So best they can get is the 4th overall pick, which it looks like they might get depending on how the lottery falls. So what is the point of this statement? Well, the thing is they still have a chance to contend, right? And according to, just the internet news in general, just a quick Google search of Golden State Warriors, and you're going to come up with news about Victor Oladipo, right, of the Houston Rockets. So does this trade make sense for the Warriors? No, it does not make sense at all, in my opinion. Let's just talk about it right now. So, Victor Oladipo injured his quad, 2 seasons ago, I believe? He has not, looked the same since. He's been better, granted, but he has not been the player he once was, the all-star he once was. Victor Oladipo would likely slot into the shooting guard small forward position, which is currently held by Kelly Oubre Jr. and Andrew Wiggins. So what is the issue here? Well, the issue here is that you have an injured Klay Thompson on the bench. So if we assume that Klay Thompson comes back next season and is somewhat healthy, at least, I'm talking like good enough to play, still able to shoot and all, you're going to have an interesting situation because Andrew Wiggins is locked up for a while longer, right? Worst contract in basketball right there. So you have Andrew Wiggins, Victor Oladipo, and Klay Thompson. Now, I don't want Klay Thompson having to play anything, I don't want him having to play a power forward position, right? I don't want I don't want Oladipo playing the power forward position either. I really don't want Andrew Wiggins playing the power forward position either. Even though he is 6'8", he plays as more of a shooting guard small forward if you actually watch him play. So, if Houston were to trade Oladipo to the Warriors, the salary cap would be interesting. Curry's not going to go. Draymond's not going. Same with Klay. I have a hard time seeing Wiggins be included because they just have to throw in a boatload of picks, right? Worst contract in basketball on Andrew Wiggins right there. Okay? $29.54 million. Just throwing that out there. So, what does this bring us to? Well, besides just, not making the trade because it doesn't make sense, they'd have to give up too much for Oladipo. And there's still a chance that he might walk. So, traditionally, around the trade deadline, you're allowed to, if you are attempting to engage in a trade, you can converse with the player involved and attempt to extend them. Now, Oladipo to the Miami Heat has been rumored for a long time now. And quite honestly, unless they can extend him right away, I feel like he would walk. So, you're already running the risk that he walks if you're not able to extend him in a trade. In addition to that, you're running the risk of giving up an asset, say the Timberwolves pick, for 1 season rental. Even then, maybe, 2-3 seasons of a subpar Victor Oladipo. It just does not make much sense to me. Because with that pick, say they get the 4th overall pick, right? So we're going to assume what? They could get a generational talent, maybe? An all-star, maybe? The point of a franchise should not be to one and done, right? They should not be attempting to just win 1 championship, sell out for 1, and then just suck, right? They need to try and extend franchises to become dynasties. They know a thing or two about becoming dynasties. And with the fourth overall pick, they could say leverage that and Andrew Wiggins' contract along with maybe a younger guy, James Wiseman, for example, into a player such as Joel Embiid, hypothetically, right? What I'm getting at here is to have all of the ingredients to make a superstar trade. A pick that's going to be very good, a young guy that's shown tons of potential, second number 2 overall pick, and a salary cap filler, right? They have all of the makings of a superstar trade available. And to trade for Victor Oladipo, he's not a superstar anymore. So why would they? Especially if they have to give up the freaking Timberwolves pick, right? It doesn't make sense to me at all. So yeah, that's just about it. So just throwing this out here, Andrew Wiggins becomes a free agent in 2023. So they still have 3 more years on his contract. It'll take him to his 28. It just not looking good for the Warriors, especially on that term. But that's about it for the Golden State Warriors. I feel like they have the ability to make a trade for generational talent, such as Joel Embiid, Rudy Gobert if he was hypothetically available. I mean, we're assuming they're going to trade for a big man here. Point guard, shooting guard, power forward / small forward. All that stuff's taken care of, right? The center position has always been the Warriors' greatest need. And if they were to trade for any player, I expect it to be a center. So, no, a Victor Oladipo trade does not make sense in my opinion. But hey, that's just my opinion. What do I know? So, I want you all to tell me what you think about this down below. Tell me if you think Depot makes sense in Golden State, if he does, if he doesn't. All that fun stuff. Tell me all about it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I post around 3 to 4 times a week, I'd say at this point. Sports videos, and yeah, you all have an amazing day. I will see you all around. Love y'all.